Hello, it's Carrie here, and I am so excited that you're tuning into this episode of the She Means Business show. I have to say though, I have the worst hay fever at the moment. If you're in the States, I think you call it allergies. It's been awful, and I'm pregnant, so I can't take anything for it. It's so annoying. But yeah, so I might be a bit sniffly. Hopefully it won't be, but I have been really sniffly all day. Anyway, I wanted to hop on and chat to you about how to actually take an idea and turn it into a successful business, or take it and turn it into a success, because obviously throughout building businesses, we come up with multiple ideas at multiple different stages. So how do you take that idea and make it a success? And I want to share with you the framework that we have within the FEA, the Female Entrepreneur Association, from taking you from that dreamer phase to being the visionary, stepping into that CEO role and creating that success. You've got the money flowing in, abundance flowing, success flowing, clients flowing in, leads flowing in, and it's working really well, and it feels really good, and it feels really exciting. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it because, I always want to be here to be your cheerleader. Every time you tune into this, I want to make you feel and believe in yourself. I want you to know with certainty that you can do this, that you can create so much success, that success and abundance are yours for the taking, because they absolutely are. I see so many women every single day achieving the most amazing things. The other week I was talking with Lucy Griffiths, and she was telling me about how she's now sold over 30,000 of her mini courses. 30,000! I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is so incredible. A couple of months ago, I had the amazing Michelle Rohr on the podcast, where she was talking about how she did a launch for a $50 digital product, and within 2 weeks had generated $16,000 from it with a really a small audience, small list. And it was amazing. If you haven't listened to that episode or watched it, check out. It's so powerful. We literally dissected her launch and how she'd done it. And I love Michelle and her story, because Michelle's a firm believer in being very intentional about what you create, and the fact that you can have a smaller audience that is super engaged and create so much success. And she's 100% right. You don't need huge audiences of hundreds of thousands of people to create a lot of success. You could literally create so much success with even 300 people. Because when you break it down and you look at the numbers, 300 people can generate a lot of revenue. So there are so many opportunities out there for all of us to turn our ideas, our knowledge, our talents, our skills, our expertise, our experiences into successful businesses. You've already got within you what you need to do this. So I just want to share with you a framework for how to actually do it, because when I think about if we talk about the internet as well, because the internet has enabled all of us to be able to create so much more success. The internet gives us access to millions of people who might be impacted by our ideas, by what we do, by what we want to share, by our message, our voice. We have the ability to connect with these people for free using social media and building our email list and using platforms like Google to drive traffic to our website. It is phenomenal. You can start a business with basically very little money, to buy a domain name and get your website set up and get some website hosting. Actually, you don't even need that. You can actually start a business based off of social media. You can start to build a presence. You can start to do that without having to invest anything. And that is the power of the internet. The power of the internet is it creates connection. It enables us to create visibility. And as an online business, you could turn your knowledge, ideas, expertise, experiences into an online course that you can sell. You can create different phases. For example, Lucy, she creates her mini courses, which she sells for a lower price. And then she has a higher price course. And then she has another course. And they're all different prices and different, for different stages, different levels, different depths to the courses. So you could do that. You could create an online membership. That's what I have with the Members Club. And it's been absolutely phenomenal. When I started that, I had no bloody clue what I was doing. And it's blossomed into this phenomenal community of over 5,000 women. You can create digital products. So this is something Michelle is really amazing at. So she got started and created printables, digital like PDF printables on Etsy, and people could go and download them. I remember her first printable, I think she's since made over $100,000 selling a PDF download on Etsy. It's amazing. So there's digital products. You can sell your services online. So you could be a virtual assistant. Natasha, who works with me, she is currently based in the Republic of Georgia, and she helps me with my emails. She helps me with project managing the marketing team. She helps me with lots of stuff. She actually started as a VA, virtual assistant. She's not based in the same country as me. Everything that happened, everything we do is completely online, it's completely virtual, which is amazing for her because her and her husband and her daughter Ava travel around. So when she first started working with me, she was in Panama, then she went back to South Africa, and now she's in the Republic of Georgia, which is amazing. So you could have a service-based business and leverage the power of the internet to work with clients all over the world. And you can also leverage the internet to create a product-based business. So for example, our Carrie & Co store, we sell physical products, but we completely rely on the internet to sell them. We don't have an in-person store. We don't have a brick and mortar business. We sell products, but we sell them online. We're tapping into the power of the internet to sell them. And finally, you could create a coaching business. So sharing your knowledge, your expertise, helping people in some way. So let's say that you're an amazing marketer, you've had a marketing career, you've got an in-depth knowledge around marketing. You could take that and become a marketing coach, like a digital marketing strategist, work with people online, sell your services online, create packages online. Those are some of the ideas for how you can take your knowledge and ideas and expertise and turn them into a business. So it's like, well, how do you actually do it? So we have this 6-phase process that helps walk you through this journey to going from idea to wildly successful business. So I want to share it with you, and I would absolutely love it if you would leave a comment and let me know which stage you're at. So the first stage is the dreamer. We call her the dreamer, and she is somebody who has an idea to start a business perhaps, or this knowing or this desire or just this feeling that she wants to create more success. She wants to live a life making money, doing something that she loves. She wants to build a business but maybe isn't quite sure what yet. So the dreamer is someone that often maybe is suffering from imposter syndrome, might be feeling the doubts and the worries, might be thinking, would anyone ever buy from me? Would my family and friends think that this is crazy? Would people judge me? Am I even good enough? Can I do this? Don't I need to get more qualified? So like that imposter syndrome. And so the dreamer phase is really where we need to do the inner work, which is so important as entrepreneurs because, this inner work never ends. But the inner work, working on ourselves, working on our thoughts, working on our beliefs, working on how we feel, working on getting ourselves to a place where we're totally aligned, we fully step into our own power, we fully realize and embrace how incredible we are and how much we have within us to create the success that we want. It's really about truly stepping into that place and knowing 100% that you can create success, that you are here to play big, that you are here to make your mark and to share your voice and to share what it is inside of you with the world to create the successful business. So it's really that inner work. It's actually quite spiritual in a way, and it's working on really how do you get yourself to a position where you are really in tune with your own gifts that you do have, and you are able to unlock that power within yourself to create success. So moving past the resistance and the doubts and the fears and the worries to actually be courageous enough to go for it. So then once you transition out of that, you're into the starter. So this is the next phase in the framework. You're just getting the ball rolling with your business, so you have clarity around what you want to do. And this is the phase of which you're going to get everything set up. So you're looking at like getting your domain name, or your website potentially. Obviously there's so many different ways to go about getting started, but you're looking at like how do you create that foundation piece, understanding truly what the business mission is and who you're here to, who's going to love what you have to say, who's going to be attracted to what your message is, and who's going to resonate with you, and what is in your heart to share. Like how do you want to communicate what you've got to offer? So looking at like some core pieces to really help you to create so much success with your business. So if you identify with being in the dreaming phase, so you've not not quite started your business yet, but you're ready to work on yourself to make it happen, then leave me a comment and say, I'm the dreamer. If you are just getting the ball rolling with your business, then say, I'm the starter in the comments. So then once you kind of got that initial foundation set up, you move from being the starter to being what we call the hustler. Now, the hustler isn't about burning yourself out. It's not about working yourself into the ground. It's just a phase of like you getting yourself out there. Like you are ready to get yourself out there and to go big with this. This is about visibility. This is about being like, this is my idea. This is who I am. This is what I've got to share, and I'm going to show up and share it. So this is about telling the world, putting it out there, what it is that you want to say and what it is that you're creating. So looking at like leveraging social media, it's looking at how you're building, are you going to build an email list? How are you driving traffic? How are you driving awareness? How are you networking and connecting with people? How are you truly getting yourself out there and creating that visibility? So this is the hustle phase, because I feel like it is like go, get yourself out there, kind of have fun telling people and opening up and like letting your message ooze from you. And often I found in this phase, it was like those moments where you'd be so into your work and so passionate about it that it'd be like 2 a.m. You feel your eyes have turned square from looking at your laptop all day. And you're just so excited and fired up about it because you're finally doing it. You're finally putting yourself out there. You're finally building momentum, and it feels so good. So if you are the hustler and you're in that phase of getting it out there, then leave me a comment and say, I'm the hustler. So then you transition from being the hustler to what we call the grower. So the grower is someone who is now focusing and doubling down on revenue. So you're looking at, okay, so how am I actually creating revenue? What revenue streams can I bring into my business? So this might be where you look at like, am I going to build out a course? Am I going to do a mini course? Am I going to create a digital product? Am I going to create a membership? Am I going to do coaching services? Am I going to offer my services? Like, what is it that you are offering? So it's focusing on that. It's looking at your money mindset, and it's looking at like, okay, so I had this idea, and this is the phase where you start to allow the money to flow in. So this is really about getting the revenue, the money, the abundance flowing to you. So if you're the grower and you're making money and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make more, then let me know in the comments, say I'm the grower. So then you go from being the grower to the scaler. Now the scaler is where you're looking at like, okay, so you've got money coming in. You're like, oh my gosh, I did it. I took my idea and I made money with it. I'm making money with it. It's amazing. I'm getting ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching coming through because I'm getting all these orders or sales or customers. It's flowing through. And now you're looking at, how do I scale? So you're looking at operations and systems and processes, and how do you streamline? How do you keep this simple? How do you look at bringing on the right people that can support you and help you? And it might be having virtual people, contractors, people that can just take some stuff off your plate so that you can scale the business. So you're focusing on that. And so if you are in that phase of scaling, let me know in the comments. And then finally you transition from scaler to the visionary, which is the final destination. The visionary is someone who's truly stepped into that CEO role. You have your dream team surrounding you. You have the business running and it's flowing and it's doing amazing, and you're really able to just step into that role of being the leader, that role of like coming up with the ideas and allowing the team to help you to bring those ideas to life and to create so much success. Like, you've really created a lot of success when you get to this visionary point. So that is the whole journey. It's like you're going from your idea to being in that visionary position, and the whole journey is so exciting. So I want you to just take a moment, and I want you to just truly connect with this feeling of having your dream business, of having money flowing in, of it being abundant, of imagining however much you want rolling in a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, whatever feels good and exciting as a next step. And don't put limitations on this. You know, the imagination is the one place where anything is possible, and we have to tap into that power and use it to help us to create the reality that we want for ourselves. So I want you to tune into that now. I want you to use your imagination to feel how exciting it's going to be to create this business of your dreams. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And maybe you don't know all the pieces, because you probably don't. I'd be surprised if you did. But even that feeling of knowing and trusting that money is flowing to you, that you've attracted an audience of people who absolutely love what you're about, who love your message, who love what what you stand for, and they are so excited to connect with you, they're so engaged with you. How does that feel? So I want you to really tune in with that. Like, can you feel it? And if you think about this, do you do this enough? Do you really connect with what it is that you want and feel it enough? Because if you don't, start doing it. Start making this a habit where you're really connecting with this journey. You're really connecting with this destination that you want to get to. And you're feeling it and you're experiencing it like it's happened already. And you trust and you know that it's yours and that you are going to make this happen. That's where I want you to get to every single day. Because when you get into that place, it is so powerful. You can create so much when you are in that energy. You're sitting in that energy of knowing this is a done deal. I'm going to create success. And the thing is, every single one of us can go from being the dreamer to being the visionary. Like, it's not a question of can you do this? It's a question of will you do it? And so inside of FEA, the Female Entrepreneur Association, we teach this framework, which definitely is a combination of like doing that inner work, that kind of spiritual work, that alignment work of tuning into that power within you, tuning in with your own intuition, conditioning your mind, looking at your thoughts, looking at how you feel, looking at using your imagination in a really powerful way so that you can start to paint that picture for the life you want, for the business that you want, and create that success. And then we combine it with the practical. So like, okay, well, what are the actual strategies to actually getting myself out there, to creating an online presence, to attracting the people to me who would love what I'm about and getting them to a point where they want to buy from me? How do I actually start to make money? So combining it with those practical steps. And that is what it's all about within the FEA. And that's why I love sharing this stuff with you guys here, so that you, just as a reminder that you can do this. And right now, as I make this recording, enrollment is open to our membership, and this is where we walk people through this framework. In the membership, actually, we go from the dreamer to the grower, and like it's about going from getting that idea in place to actually making money from it and getting that result. It's about three things really. It's about doing that inner work, that spiritual work, connecting really with yourself and conditioning yourself for success. It's about learning and understanding the practical strategies to help you to create a successful business. And we collaborate with incredible experts to bring those to you, like Amy Porterfield, Michelle Rohr, Stu McLaren, Selena Sue, so many amazing people. And it's also about community. It's about really connecting with women from all over the world who are going to cheer you on and support you and help you as much as possible, and to build friendships. So doing our virtual meetups and our coaching calls and get an accountability partner and all sorts of fun. So enrollment is currently open. So if you really want to do this and you want to create success and you want more help and support to make this your reality, then I would love to invite you to join us. You can find out all the details if you go to femaleentrepreneurassociation.com/enroll. All the details and info will be there. But yeah, I would love to have you, especially if you love tuning into this podcast. I want to be your constant reminder that you can do this. I want to remind you, because we all need reminding, that we can make so many amazing things happen. We can create so much success. And sometimes we just need to be surrounded by other people that are going for it and are doing it and are like us, to help keep us going and to help us stay on track with our dreams and our ideas, and to keep believing in ourselves and to stop doubting ourselves and to actually just take the action to make it our reality. So that's what this is about, and that's what I would love to do for you. So if you're interested, then come and join us. All the info is there, and it's been amazing building this community over the past nearly 7 years now. It's crazy how fast time flies by. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you find it interesting, like looking at this journey and those steps to take to go from idea to successful business, and seeing that it's just a case of following it. Like, everyone's journey is going to look different. Everyone's going to do things differently, and it's not about a one-size-fits-all strategy. That's not what this is. But there is definitely a process that we go through. And, you know, like I always say, success is not an accident. It's something that we create on purpose. And we create it on purpose by getting intentional and by taking the right action and the right steps for us, for ourselves. And a huge part of that is actually tuning in with our intuition and listening to ourselves. I hope that you have found it inspiring. I hope that you, if at the very least, you take away from it to tap into your imagination on a frequent basis every single day, to imagine the business that you want, to imagine that money rolling in, to imagine that feeling of abundance, to imagine that feeling of success, to connect with it, to feel it on such a real level, and you know it's a done deal and you trust that it's going to come to pass. Tap in with it because it has magical powers, I promise. Anyway, I really hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, and you're listening to this over on iTunes, I'd absolutely love it if you could leave me a review. That really helps me to get this podcast out so that more people find it and discover it. Definitely leave me a comment on the blog too and let me know which out of the 6 phases you fall into. And I will see you next week for another episode of the She Means Business Show.